What up, people? So I just want to come to you really shortly because some of you may know, some of you may know, but I am part of the co-host of The Juice. So, if you've ever come to a Juice showing, which is here in Pensacola, or you have heard about The Juice or seen it online, it's basically a show where me and Brandon interview 4 people and basically ask them questions about today's most controversial issues and, you know, kind of see what kind of controversy that stirs up. Now, we've had a lot of feedback from you guys, and I just wanted to comment on some of that feedback and, you know, let you guys know how I feel about the show. You know, me and Brandon don't really get to put in too much input about the questions or how we feel about the show and, you know, all the behind scenes work. So I just want to come to you guys with a few moments and just let you guys know. So, for me, last week's show was a lot. It was a lot. Okay, personally for me, it was just, we had amazing crowd vibes. I mean, you guys came out, you guys supported, it was awesome. You guys were like, you guys were in there, like really in there, you know, which was great, and I loved it. But it was so high volume to me, and it was high volume at some point of a vulgarity level, shall I say, little profane, that I kind of felt uncomfortable. And you could see it if you were there, and when it comes to YouTube, if we can get it together in enough time, you know, I felt very kind of uncomfortable just with the immense crowd feedback because I'm not used to that. I'm definitely, it's what I want to do, and it's everything I dreamed of doing with my life, is hosting and talking and broadcasting and being the face of something. But it definitely pulled me back a little because I'm not used to that extreme vulgarity, like people expressing themselves that way. And not more so that I've never been exposed to that, but more so where if we're filming and like you want a corporate job in the future, you know, but it wasn't, and I don't want to even make it like a bad thing. It was just, for me, that's not my environment. And then it was kind of funny because people would contradict themselves. People would talk about God, they would throw profanity out there. They would talk about God, they would throw profanity out there. Now, none of us fall short of the glory of God. And I know my archangel is somewhere in heaven at least once a week going, precious Jesus. Kate, really? Today? I can't tell Jesus that. What? Really? So I get that, but it was just from the perspective, I guess, of being on camera. And I definitely, as you've seen me on my channel, if you watch my videos, I definitely like to carry myself in a way that if I do want a future career doing something else other than that and not wanting to end up on Love and Hip Hop, then, you know, I can do that and that'd be cool. So it's nothing bad against the show. I think it, you know, really hyped up our show, to tell you the truth. I mean, Brandon ate it up, and I can't speak for him, but Brandon loved it because Brandon loves a hype crowd. He likes people cheering, he likes them roaring, he likes to be in the front and center, and that's him. But for me, it was definitely something that I was, you know, like kind of have to adjust to or not adjust to, or, you know, like figure out my spot in there. And one thing I will say is, people always say it's about the company you keep, and that is very true. And it's not that I care what people think so much, but it's more so that I think about how people remember me. When people think about me, I want them to think about that girl that held herself upright, that, you know, wasn't speaking out of turn, that really just kind of captivated people because of her mind and her intellect, and not because she had to throw out huge vulgar slangs like in order to get that attention. And like, that's just personally for me. That's just a very personal thing. But the show went really great. It was definitely an experience, and I think the reason I feel this way is due to the immense crowd in contrast to episode 1. Episode 1, our guests were a little bit toned down, our crowd was toned down. It was definitely more of a mellow mood, a little more on a, you know, college UWF, like, intellect kind of feel, where this was definitely an entertainment, like, episode. Like, it definitely felt like we should have been doing Wild and Out for a second. I'm just saying. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I also wanted to tell you guys it takes so much to make that happen. It takes contracts, it takes, you know, people doing all this work in order for that to happen. So I just want to say a huge thank you to Niger, Christoph, and Kent, who are our videographers. Also a great thanks to Trey, who does our still photography. So all those pictures that you guys are liking on Instagram and Facebook from everybody at the Juice, Trey takes those, and you can follow him at 318 photo. Sorry, I had to think about it for a second. And I'd also like to thank Fifi, who is like Brandon's assistant, but she really does so much for the show. I'd also like to thank Jeremy for all his production work that he does for us. And I would like to thank Brandon because he has put so much into this and wanting it to be something. And, you know, I like to thank myself just for showing up and dealing with it, because nobody wants to be at meetings that late at night while working full-time and being in school full-time. So we're all sacrificing so much to be there, and we really want this and we want it to be successful. So I just thank you guys so much for your support, and we'll keep you posted. So thanks for watching. Bye.